You and I can both agree that the way you're going to intentionally build your well-connected family in 2025 is with attention, decluttering from tech addiction and screen saturation in your family's life. But the worst thing you could do is not just give focused attention a shot, but focusing your attention on the wrong things. So in today's podcast, we're going to be talking about the 3 myths getting in your way and the antidote so that you can make progress in strengthening your family. For those who are new here, I'm a double board certified child and adolescent psychiatrist, dad of 7, one of those being a foster kiddo, and a content creator with 100,000 followers or greater across platforms and millions of impressions, whose only goal here is for you to have a stronger connection with your family. Are you ready to get into it? Let's go. So today we're confronting 3 dangerous myths many well-meaning parents have bought into when it comes to technology and their kids. These myths aren't just untrue, they're undermining your influence and your child's well-being. Let's unpack each one, and I'll share one powerful visual that will help you never look at screen time the same way again. Imagine your child is like a sealed box under pressure. The box represents their developing brain. Pressure builds as they navigate school and friendships, identity, emotions, and boredom. Now, imagine screens are like a valve on that box. Twist it open and poof, relief. Boredom disappears, hard feelings fade, emotions get numbed, stress just melts away. But here's the danger. If that's the only valve they use, they never learn healthy ways to regulate the pressure, like conversation or creativity, prayer, physical play, or quiet reflection. And over time, that valve becomes more than a tool. It becomes a dependency. And as parents, our job isn't to eliminate all pressures, but to teach our kids how to manage it without becoming addicted to the valve. Now, let's confront the myths that keep us from doing just that. Myth number 1, standing out is a bad thing. So many parents secretly fear this. If my kid isn't on TikTok or Snapchat or gaming with their friends, they'll be left out. They'll be weird. They'll suffer socially. But here's the truth. Standing out might actually save your child's mental health. Kids with less screen exposure have better sleep, lower rates of depression, and stronger relationships with their parents. They also tend to have better attention spans and are more creative. And guess what? Many of those weird kids develop excellent social skills because they're not relying on curated digital identities to do the work for them. Your child may be more emotionally aware, more empathetic, and more connected precisely because they're not living in the noise. Remember, in a noisy room, the voice that stands out is the one everyone hears. So don't be afraid if your child looks different from their peers. Celebrate it, guide it. And speaking of celebrations, I would like to shout out the sponsor of today's video, who also cares about embodying the love we hope to share within family life, and that's Be Well Collective Apparel. Check out their Try Again apparel line, which features my catchphrase that reminds parents to assume the best of their young kids by inviting them to practice the style of conversation we talk about here that helps us to meet their hearts. Check them out in the link in the show notes and the description to support the movement. Now, back to me. So myth number 2, I have no influence in school, the community, wherever my kids are. Now, this one is big. Parents will say this, there's nothing I can do. Screens are everywhere at school. They're on the bus. They're, wherever my kids are found. Not true. You have more influence than you think, especially when you stop flying solo. So here's some things you can do. Talk to your child's school about minimizing screen-based learning where possible. Many teachers are just as frustrated and would welcome parent advocacy for more experiential and hands-on education. Start conversations with other parents. You'll be amazed how many families quietly share your concerns about screen overuse, but maybe feel too isolated to act. You can even create screen-free community pockets. Invite kids over to actually play, host movie nights where kids engage rather than scroll. Your influence grows when it's shared. You're not alone, and your leadership actually can start a ripple effect that changes your child's environment. So myth number 3, without early exposure, my kids won't be good digital citizens. Guys, this one gets repeated a lot. If I don't give my kid a phone early or get them online now, they'll be behind. They won't know how to handle tech responsibly. What am I supposed to do? But here's what's missing. Experience isn't the same as wisdom. Giving a 9-year-old unfettered internet access to learn responsibility is like handing them the car keys because someday they'll need to drive. Digital literacy isn't even about access. It's about mentorship. Let your child co-pilot while you use tech. Show them how you vet sources, navigate conversations, or even filter content. Teach them about dopamine, distraction, and digital ownership. Also, don't forget to delay the exposure until they have the emotional maturity to handle it, not just the tech savviness to be able to get into it. When you delay and teach deliberately, your child enters the digital world not just informed, but actually wise at using it. Now, speaking of improved attention, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Bark. If you're looking for a way to safely and securely monitor your child's presence on their phone, as well as get practical advice on parenting in the tech age, check out my discount code in the description. They offer an amazing app and even have devices preloaded that both look like the typical modern phone, but equipped with the most up-to-date monitoring software I have come across. As you know, Bark is the only phone my family has trusted as our kids have climbed the heights of independence, and it's the only device I trust. Check them out in the show notes or in the description below. Now let's get back to the show. So let me give you a quick brain science snapshot. Excessive screen use rewires the reward circuits in your child's brain, making everything else feel boring. It shortens working memory capacity, so it becomes harder to focus, follow instructions, or even finish tasks. And you've probably known this when your child hasn't had access to a device for a couple of days. It also weakens mirror neuron activity, which is how we learn empathy through face-to-face interaction. The result? Kids who are more anxious, less connected, and less able to handle the ups and downs of life. But here's the good news. The brain is plastic. It heals and reshapes with real-world interaction, presence, and time. So parents, here's your call. Don't fear standing out. That's where strength grows. Don't give up influence. You still shape the culture around your child. And also, don't confuse early access with wisdom. Mentor your kids into digital life on your terms. And parents, you're not behind. You're ahead because you're asking the right questions and choosing connection over convenience. Thanks for tuning in. If this message resonated with you, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe, and share it with another parent who might need this reminder. Let's keep growing together. Don't forget to send me your questions as well, and be among the first to know when my book is released this fall. There's no connection like your connection. Shout out to my favorite producer and eldest son who goes by Slip Shuffle. He does all the hits here. And as always, be well.